Dwi'n teimlo ma'n dros o dda, mae'n neis cael bod yn ôl yma yn Pontio.
Mae yna olygfeydd newydd wedi cael ei sgwennu, mae yna ganeuon newydd i'w dysgu.
Felly, da ni'n edrych ymlaen. A diolch i bawb sydd wedi cyfrannu tuag at y sioe yn arbennig Cyngor Celfyddydau Cymru a Parc Cenedlaethol Eryri a hefyd y prosiect tirwedd y carneddau am ei nawdd. Diolch yn fawr iawn i chi gyd.
Mae wedi bod yn 19 mis rili ers y tro dwytha ni fod yma, so mae hynny'n lot o amser. Da ni wedi anghofio bob dim mae Kate wedi dysgu ni. Dwi'n edrych ymlaen yn fawr i weld sut mae'r danswyr, yr aerial dancers yma yn gweithio hefo ni. Ond dwi yn edrych ymlaen i wneud gwaith raffe ac edrych ymlaen i gael o dan groen y sgript mewn ffordd a o dan groen yr cymeriadau.
It's really nice to come back. It's double the performers now because we've got 3 vertical dancers working with the 3 actors. And there's also the challenge of moving it from this rehearsal space into the main theatre. So some of this week's really dedicated to exploring the space of the theatre. Where can the dancers and actors appear from? Can they descend from the top and come down into the space? Speaking from experience is you always end up somewhere you didn't expect to be. That's usually, hopefully, a really good place to be because you've discovered things you weren't expecting to happen. And then I think there's the option to do stuff that's quite mystical and mysterious, talking about the kind of visions people have had in the mountains and how we can create that, the lights that people might have seen in the mist and stuff like that. We can create images that suggest that, hoping that we can make that happen too.
I'm Lisa, I'm a vertical dancer with the company.
I'm Angharad, I'm a vertical dancer as well.
We make sure we do a good warm-up with the body, and there's certain exercises that are very good to do before you go in a harness. You have to really engage your stomach muscles so that you don't hurt your lower back. I think part of actors training is to be comfortable in your body, walking and moving and so on.
Well, it's to kind of warm the body up to start with, bring the awareness into the body. You need to kind of be aware of the space around you, the people in the space, how your body moves in the space, and yeah, generally just kind of warming up and preparing the body to be ready to then do those kind of more stronger core exercises. This studio space we're quite familiar with. We're very lucky to get to train here on a regular basis. So yeah, it's nice to be in a familiar space. In the theatre, it's great to have that added challenge of kind of doing work on longer ropes. The ropes on the stage are rigged in a slightly different way than they would be in the studio with a different system. So it's just kind of getting used to some of the swing trajectories are a little bit different. So getting used to that.
Yeah. And we were in Creigiau in 2017 where we did something similar working in the auditorium. So it's great to do this again and remember all the lovely memories we had.
Yeah, so my name's Simon Edwards. I'm locally based rigger. I'm in charge of all the technical rope work. So basically, I'm here to rig and set up and look after safety and train the dancers and the performers when they leave the ground, basically. Every venue's different, and each performance show, they ask something else. They'd like to do a performance here. They'd like to have somebody ascending from there or descending, etc. So the biggest challenge is to work out where I can safely put the ropes that are going to be safe for the dancers, safe for the building, and actually meet the aesthetic of what the director or the choreographer wants. So myself and the Pontio rigging team, we've installed a truss suspended above the stage, so we can have the actors actually on the stage. And today, basically, we're just going to go through a bit more the technical aspects with the dancers and the actors together. The best thing I can hope for is that they feel comfortable and confident in what they're doing, because it's quite committing, especially coming from the top of the grid, abseiling in essentially above the audience. If they can do that with confidence, that's a big tick in the box, because that makes things much safer then, because they're happy with what they're doing.
Mae'r wythnos yma yn wythnos R&D, felly da ni'n gweithio ar y deunydd ddaru ni sgwennu llynedd, neu yr flwyddyn gynt hyd yn oed. Ac rwan da ni yn yr space mawr yma yn y Theatr Bryn Terfel, felly da ni'n troi allan, da ni'n gorau chwyddo lot o'r eitemau cerddorol yma mwyn ffitio i'r dawnsio a'r raddfa lot fwy.
Mae yna elfennau o berfformio caneuon traddodiadol, ond o gyfansoddi neu o ail-addasu deunydd traddodiadol o'r newydd yn ogystal. Mae gyd yn eitha arbrofol, a dyna harddwch R&D. Mae yna ofod a chyfle i'r cyfarwyddwr gael deud i ddeud ag ymestyn ar ei weledigaeth. A fy hoff fynydd dwi'n mynd i fynd am clasur yr Wyddfa. I ddathlu bod yr Wyddfa bellach, da ni'n alw fo yn yr Wyddfa, hwnna di'r enw swyddogol yn hytrach na Snowdon, sydd yn rhywbeth hyfryd a phwysig iawn i ni'n lleol ag ar raddfa ryngwladol hefyd, swn i'n dweud.
The bit that we've just been working on in the last hour is the very opening of the show. It's sort of pre-scene one, and it's where we're going to hear the mountain climbing material for the first time. It was born out of a couple of traditional tunes, so a lovely May carol called Mae'r Ddaear yn Glasu, which then segues into like a polka or something. It's not quite a polka. It's a sort of like a courtly dance called Moel yr Wyddfa. So it's very fitting.
Anytime you work with music, be it renovating old tunes or composing from anew, there's more dynamic to the journey when you come into an R&D not knowing exactly how you're going to make it work. But also I suppose that the essence of a traditional tune is the spontaneity of not knowing where it's going exactly and allowing yourself to change some of the notes and to explore your own vocals through that.
I'm YMCHWIL Evans. I'm the set, costume and props designer. My brief for the 2 days was to just come and enjoy what has been developed so far. So it was quite exciting for me to come into the room for the first time and see how much the actors had already done, not just on the ropes, but also had done so much reading of the play. And we had our first read through yesterday for the week, and it was excellent because it's just very funny, joyful, and I could already see those images that we're going to be creating on stage, and that's what's really inspiring for me when thinking about the design. The band obviously is core to the whole piece. We've established that we want them to be on stage, visible for everyone to see. So we're going to put them on a higher level, almost as though they're kind of like these angels looking down at the actors. And that's what's really lovely as well about the actors being on ropes and it being so kind of physical, is that they will be at different levels, kind of playing with that idea of who this other being is, the musicians, who are they and what do they represent.
Enw I ydi Iestyn Garlig, a yngwaith I ar y cynhyrchiad arbennig yma ydi rheolwr llwyfan. Yngwaith I mewn gwirionedd ydi wneud siŵr bod yr actorion yn hapus, bod y cynhyrchydd yn hapus, y cyfarwyddwr yn hapus, y dawnswyr, a bod pawb yn ei llefydd cywir, ar yr amser cywir, yn y gwisgoedd cywir, yn dal y props cywir. Wel, mae'r wythnos yma, yn wythnos gyntaf I fi, wrth gwrs mae'r lleill wedi bod yn gweithio ar hwn llynedd, ond dyma'n wythnos gyntaf I. A mae jyst I bod yn gyfle I ni fynd trwy'r sgript, i dorri fan hyn a fan draw, ychwanegu hefyd, wrth gwrs. A da ni wedi chwerthin o'r dechrau'r diwedd. Mae wedi bod yn gynhyrchiad hapus iawn, iawn, iawn. Ond wrth gwrs, rwan mae'r gwaith caled yn dechrau.
Wel, y 5 diwrnod dwytha, da ni bod mynd drwy'r sgript ar y 10, dod nôl yn gyfarwydd efo'r gwaith raffe. Wel, 11 mis yn ôl, doedden ni roed wedi bod ar wneud gwaith raffe o blaen, so oedden ni'n dod fewn tro yma chydig bach mwy hyderus, ond gafon yna gynifer amser wedi mynd. A wedyn, fe rhaid ni jyst mynd ati trio dysgu gymaint da ni gallu cyn y perfformiad, achos gafon y mor dechnegol, efo sleids, goleuo, mae yna wisgoedd.
Un o'r pethau sy'n dechrau amlygu hun ydy, mae yna gymaint o gymeriadau gwahanol. Mi fyddwn ni angen props gwahanol. Rwan bod ni wedi gorffen yr wythnos, dwi'n edrych ymlaen yn arw i fynd yn ôl iddi ar ôl cwpl o fisoedd o ymlacio. A gobeithio roi beth ni wedi bod yn weithio wrth yma ar waith. O gael fy ngeni a magu yn yr ardal, a wedi tyfu fyny hefo'r wyddfa yn stepan drws, a wastad i edmygu'r wyddfa. Mae o'n fraint llwyr cael cyfleu hyn i bobl drwy'r hanes y ddrama yma. Mae'r gwaith raffa dal yn sialens. Gynnu fi plastars yma as mae fi dal yr hyd un. Ond ydy gret, mae'n gret gwylio'r dawnswyr yn neud o'n dda. Mae Kate a'r dawnswyr, mae wedi bod yn fendigedig gweithio hefo nhw. Bob bore, pan dwi'n dod mewn i marferion, swn i'n gallu syllu ar y dawnswyr yn gweithio. Dwi jyst yn meddwl bod nhw'n cynnig egni gwahanol i'r cynhyrchiad. Dwi'n meddwl bod o'n brydferth iawn. Yn hoff olygfa i ydy'r un mwyaf gwirion, yr un lle dwi'n gyrru tren. Sgyn i ddim llinella. Dim canu na dim byd, jyst gyrru tren a codi llaw ar pobl.
We enjoyed that part.
Yeah.
Y gwahaniaeth ydy bod ni wedi cael y dawnswyr i fewn hefyd, sydd wedi newid awyrgylch yr holl beth yn llwyr, a gweld nhw yn dod o'r to ac yn bob man a wedi bod yn rhan o'r sioe. I am exceedingly happy that we've had a really good week here, and also that we've had a go in Theatr Bryn Terfel. Mae hwnna wedi gwneud gwahaniaeth mawr. Y dawnswyr, maen nhw wedi bod yn rhan anhygoel o hwn a wedi dod yn rhan o'r sioe. They're ddim just dawnswyr, actorion, cerddorion, the whole thing gelling together really well. I'm very happy that this show is something else. There is something for everyone in this show.